Olá, eu sou o Paulo, estou pelo INSTACINEFILOS aqui e vou fazer umas perguntinhas para eles. So, what was the challenge of keeping the same energy and mystery in a universe made with a cast of kids, now with a movie with a cast of grown-ups?
Well, that is the challenge. Exactly that.
I swear, if it isn't dead, if it ever comes back, we'll come back to it.
I think it's in the execution. You know, there's different levels of how to do it. I wanted to keep the same tone, so both movies could actually live in the same world. It's just that, you know, the themes that we're talking about are deeper and more adult, if you will, seen from a perspective of adults more than kids. But I think both of the movies can be put in the same shelf in terms of tone. It's a movie that has, you know, probably the same emotional life. Both of them, they have the same level of humor. It's probably a little scarier.
But I think, you know, a big part of Andy's job, you know, when the kids came together in chapter one, they were like glue immediately. It was natural. Before we started shooting, they were already best friends. And Andy needed to replicate this with the adults, because when they get to Derry, they regress in a way and they go back to the dynamic that they had when they were kids. And of course, you're dealing with big actors, and that had to be recreated, and I think Andy did an amazing job at making sure that they had all that they needed to make it happen.
And do you think about a specific audience, like, I don't want to put these things because it can scare kids too much, or I want these themes more adults? What is the balance between this?
There is a balance that is natural, you know. I think that I wanted to make a deeper movie in terms of, like, an adult can see this movie and feel more identified. It's what happens with the book. When you read the book and you're 14, you relate more to the kids. When you read the book 30 years later and you're in your 40s, you understand more about what you read when you were 14. You understand better. I really wanted to dig more into trauma, into childhood trauma, into events that caused damage in these characters, and these characters, like, repressed it and pushed it down for all this time. So they're very successful in their professional life, but there's something broken deep inside, and they have to basically, when they go back to Derry, they're confronted with this trauma. Pennywise, it uses it to, you know, to scare them, because that's how he acts. If he scares you, he can actually, like, kill you. But also they have to confront that trauma in order to overcome it, and also in order to, you know, remember who they were as kids, so they can see who they are as adults and access, you know, the power of belief.
I missed you! We need to finish it.
What your monster would look like?
My personal monster, what it would look like.
What scares you the most?
What scares me the most? I can tell you what scared me the most when I was a kid. Ghosts. There's always been ghosts, you know. Something that has its own intelligence, and it's omnipresent and can show up wherever, and it's ugly looking.
And you, Barbara?
Mitch McConnell.
That guy is scary. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for talking
Thank
to
you.
us. Thank you.